It means everything in the world to me. You know, we all play against each other 19 times a year in this division, but we all have a very high respect for each other. And, you know, we wish the best for everybody playing the game. And it just meant a lot, you know, to have Vasquez hug me when I went up to bat, and everybody, you know, Bogarts, Devers. I played against these guys for years and years, and you get to know them through that, and you know, it was really classy and really meant a lot to me.
Next is Dan Connolly.
Trey, can you just sum up, you know, that first at bat just overall, and how good it must have felt to get a single there eventually?
Yeah, it was surreal, but you know, once the game started, it felt a lot like my major league debut, actually, as far as the way that the day went. You know, there's a lot of nerves, a lot of emotions that go along with the day, and then once the game starts, it all kind of went away. You know, I think in years past, the way I started the game, grinding into 2 double plays, I might have let that kind of spiral out of control, but I did a really good job today. And I told myself after going through this that, you know, just watch whatever happened the at bat before, good or bad. And I feel like I showed that today, and that's something that I want to carry forward with me.
Rich Dubroff.
Hey, Trey, did you hear anything from the fans, any words of encouragement during the game?
I did. There are several fans that, when I was on deck before the game, that all welcomed me back. There's a guy that said that his sister was battling colon cancer right now, and you know, it meant a lot for me to be back playing for them, and interactions like that were so cool, and everybody here at Fenway was amazing today.
Joe Trezza.
Trey, when you were envisioning your comeback and your return to the field, did you think it was going to be so cold when you got back onto the field? And what was there for you today, family-wise?
Yeah, the temperature wasn't something that ran through my head too much, but if you told me we were opening April 2nd in Boston, I knew it would be pretty cold. I've played a lot of cool games here in April, so you know, not ideal. Even though I went to Notre Dame, I still despise the cold. I do not like playing in the cold at all. I started the game without an undershirt on, and I quickly had to run in and put my thick undershirt on because I just couldn't take it. And yeah, it was cold, but besides that, everything was great today. And most importantly, winning the game was, you know, just the icing on the cake. Watching, you know, playing behind Means today was incredible. I think he retired 18 straight guys I saw. So, I mean, my word, and especially everything that he's been through this past year as well. It was a really special day for both of us to be out there together. And, you know, I'm really proud of the way he performed today.
And who was here for you family-wise?
My sisters were here, my agent was here, and Sarah was here. And that, like, my whole, you know, everybody's going to be there next week in Baltimore. So yeah, Katie and Meredith, my 2 sisters, and then Sarah and my agent, Mark Rogers, were here.
Next is John Muley.
Trey, you had a pretty good look at it. For Rio to play the way he did in his first start at second base in a regular season game, what did you see out there?
It didn't surprise me. He played there, obviously, at the end of spring training for a couple of games, and he looked incredible. I mean, he looked like a second baseman to me. And those plays are obviously not easy. All 3 of the, you know, web gem plays he made. And especially the diving one, I thought that was in the hole for sure. And he just, you know, it was incredible. So he played so well out there, and it was fun to be, you know, right next to him on the field. It's the first time that that's ever happened.
Jerry Coleman.
Trey, you mentioned John Means and playing behind him. You got a chance to do that during spring training. Was there something noticeable different that you saw today from him? Because it was one of the best starts I think we've seen from an Orioles starter on an opener.
I'm always impressed every time I see him pitch, but I think his changeup today, the way he was locating it, and the swings and misses he got on that pitch, it was incredible. And then obviously, if his changeup is working that effectively, they're going to have trouble with the fastball when he throws that as well. So it was the mix of pitches and his location. I mean, it was perfect.
Next is Stan Charles.
Trey, congratulations on getting back out on the field. Really very special for Baltimore fans today. I'm wondering if the way that John Means pitched and the type of game it was, such a close battle, pitching battle, kind of helped you remain focused on what was the task at hand today.
Yeah, I think we all do a good job of staying focused no matter what. Whether we're up by a lot, down a lot, or it's a close game. Everybody wants to go out there, do well, put their best foot forward. So you do, especially defensively in a game like that, your focus is ticked up a notch even more. So yeah, you're locked in the whole game in a situation like that.
Dan Connolly.
Trey, obviously opening day is always special, but when you put on the fact that you're coming back from what you have, you had mentioned John's situation. There's fans in the stands. You finally have a spring opening day. How much more special was this? And obviously the Orioles win too. How much more special was this day than some opening days in the past for you?
Oh, this is the most special one, no doubt about it. Even I'd say more so than my major league debut. When you hear you're diagnosed with cancer, like I've told you guys, baseball was the last thing on my mind. And quite frankly, before I knew anything about the cancer, whenever the doctor told me, I thought I was never going to play baseball again. So I made sure to soak it all in, no matter what happened today, and just appreciate doing this for a living. I'm not going to ever take that for granted. And the fact that I'm a year removed from the diagnosis, going through 6 months of chemotherapy, and a lot of things ran through my mind today. Days where I couldn't get out of bed, days where I was hunched over the toilet, sick. It was all worth it to be back here, be out there with the guys. It's something that I can't describe.